This episode is sponsored by Day by Day Book, a guided journal that helps you navigate the ups and downs of change while creating a life you love. For more information on the classic, recovery, or teen daybook, go to livedaybyday.com. Courage is not only needed to initiate and navigate change, it helps you get past what's holding you back to pursue your goals with determination. So needless to say, it's really the driving force that moves you toward where you want to go in life. Welcome to Journeys Through Change, a podcast that inspires women to let go of the fear and say yes to possibility. I'm your host, Noelle Van, an author, creator, and empowerment coach who spent years in corporate America helping innovators and leaders ride the waves of change with ease and grace. I now work with women to step into change and unleash the power they have to create a life they love. Whether you're contemplating a change in your career, relationship, health, lifestyle, or anything in between, nothing's off the table. I'll be offering up simple insights to help you manage the ups and downs of change and sharing interviews with successful women who took a leap of faith to create the life they knew they were meant to live, sharing their wisdom, advice, and all the juicy lessons they learned along the way. So get cozy in your favorite comfy chair and let's get started. The last topic we're going to cover in our review of the 6-week Changemaker series is the topic of courage and how you can gain the courage to take the steps needed to improve any area of your life. I will say that courage is often difficult to build, especially when change happens to us unexpectedly. When facing the unknown, our insecurity often soars and fear can creep in pretty quickly when we don't know where a shift in our lives is going to take us. Courage is not only needed to initiate and navigate change, it helps you get past what's holding you back to pursue your goals with determination. So needless to say, it's really the driving force that moves you toward where you want to go in life. Now, here are a few thoughts on how to build this muscle so you can take the first steps towards meaningful transformation. Number 1 is getting over your urge to flee. Now, we all want to feel in balance and in control. And when we're feeling fearful about a situation, we will do anything to get ourselves back to safe harbor, even if that means making up an excuse not to move forward. I have found myself in countless situations where I'm up against uncertainty, and the first thing I want to do is stop and move back to a space that feels more in control. This is especially true when we're learning something new. When you feel the urge to throw in the towel, stop yourself and take that step forward anyway, knowing that the temporary discomfort is helping you evolve and become stronger to take on even more in your life. Number 2 is letting go of your need to be right. Now, fear can show up in so many ways and is often disguised as self-righteousness. What we don't realize is the false sense of security we seem to get when we are arguing a point or taking a position on something, regardless of what it's about. It's kind of like a drug. Our need to be right is just a way for us to feel in control. And indignation often shows up when we feel our back is up against the wall. And the argument you're making has absolutely nothing to do with the root of your fear. It's just a temporary distraction to take your mind off the real issue. So catch yourself when this happens and refocus on the change at hand so you can continue on. Number 3, letting the universe do its thing. Oftentimes, change can feel like a free fall. We're thrown into a situation that forces us to look at ourselves from a different angle, and it brings up all of the false beliefs and insecurities we've spent so much time trying to overcome. It's like a whirlwind of all the stuff we thought we had under control, showing up all at once and asking us who we're trying to kid. So the challenge is making the conscious decision to ignore the chatter and all the distraction of your past narrative and actually embracing the free fall. Yep, let it go. Embrace the belief that the universe has it handled. We are all under the false assumption that we actually have control in this life. And the reality is we really don't. The lessons that are put in our path are going to show up whether we like it or not. And the more we can accept that and go along for the ride, the better off we'll be. This is actually the good news. Okay, number 4, knowing that your well-being is inevitable. This is a biggie. We've talked a lot about hope, faith, belief, and knowing in past episodes, and belief is so important for us to have when determining the direction we want to take in our lives. Holding the belief that the universe has your back and that whatever happens to you or how rough the road may become, at the end of the day, your well-being is inevitable. That is the key to your success. This belief will guide you towards so many of the powerful shifts you are meant to experience in your life and will give you the strength to pursue anything you want, knowing you're on the right path and you are 100% supported. With this said, here are a few additional tips when it comes to courage. As you ask yourself the tough questions, dig deep, and face your fears, your courage will grow. helping you gain the strength to face bigger challenges and make better choices in your life. Courage is also born by taking chances. Try something new. Accept the possibility of failure and do it anyway. You've come so far and there is so much more to experience in this life. The more you step into the unknown, the easier it gets. Also, none of us know what the future holds. It takes courage to accept that you have a part to play in your life, but ultimately the way it unfolds is going to be a mystery. If you can accept that, you can accomplish anything. And last but not least, you are never alone. There is something bigger than all of us at play here. You can call it anything you want, but have faith in the energy that surrounds you, sits beside you, and guides you every step of the way. And give yourself the time and grace to bravely step into the person you are meant to become. That's it for now. Until next time. Thanks for listening to the Journeys Through Change podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or really wherever you get your podcasts. And be sure to follow us and leave a review if you've enjoyed this episode. And share it with a friend or on social media to spread the good word, so more women like you can find us and join in on the fun. For more information on the podcast or Day by Day book, go to livedaybyday.com.